WA is less than 2% away from its 80% double dose vaccination target, which is when the Premier will announce the state's reopening date. Holly Edwards-Smith is live in Perth for us. Holly, despite being so close to the milestone, Premier McGowan is not giving anything away.
Good afternoon, Kieran. The WA Premier is keeping his cards very close to his chest, despite being just days away from reaching that 80% double dose milestone. Currently, WA sits at a 78.2% double dose vaccination rate for those eligible aged over 12. And in terms of first doses for those aged over 12, we have just exceeded 88%. Now, later this week is when we're expected to reach that 80% milestone, which is, of course, when we will find a date for when WA will open to the rest of the country and our borders will finally come down in a sense. There will obviously be guidelines and restrictions for those coming in from international areas, as well as different requirements for intrastate travel, should I say. But a very exciting time for when WA is expected to open, which should be around the end of January or early February. But again, despite being so close to reaching that date, the WA Premier is not giving any indication of when that will be. He is waiting until our vaccination rate ticks over 80% before giving any indication of when we will open.
As soon as we get to that 80% double dose vaccination of over 12, we'll be able to set a date. Subject, of course, to Omicron and what happens on Friday.
So it seems we may get an update on WA borders, or at least where we can go from here once they get a brief on the Omicron variant in National Cabinet on Friday. But until then, we will just have to wait until WA's vaccination target does reach that 80% for those aged over 12, because until then we won't have a date, but it should be late January or early February next year.
Holly, thank you.